Hello everyone, Bruce Elgord here with an overview of the things we'll be covering during week 1 of CTEC 127. So I'm in Canvas right now and I'm looking at Module 1. Now let me just say that the things you're seeing in the video may be subject to change as I may add or remove certain things. But let me first go over what you see on the screen here. So there is an important resource section. One has the first item has a link to the important dates in the winter 2017 quarter. The second link is a link to the php.net site directly to the documentation. I have a link to getting started with Slack for those of you who have not used Slack before. And then I have a link to the XAMPP download site. And XAMPP is a tool that we'll be using in the class to serve as your local PHP server, which has Apache, MySQL, and PHP on it. And there's more about this stuff in Module 1 itself. So I'm going to collapse the important resources and start going over Module 1. Each module will have a link to Slack, just in case you forget. Whoops, sorry about that. Read the outcomes for week 1. These are things that I expect you to do during week 1. Review and understand the aspects of the class syllabus. There's a link to that here in the navigator on the left. Understand the development workflow expected of students when using PHP and XAMPP. As you'll see in the videos, I'll be creating files using a code editor or text editor. I will then be going to save them, and then I'll be going to my web browser and previewing them to make sure they work. And you'll be doing this a lot in PHP, just like you did with HTML and other web development classes. I'm going to ask you to select a text editor of your choice. A lot of you may have used Notepad++ before in HTML fundamentals. Some of you may have used the Atom editor, and some of you may have used Sublime Text. I will be using Sublime Text in my videos. It's an editor that I've come to enjoy, and feel free to change editors once in a while to see what the others offer. I'm going to ask you to watch a video called the CTEC 127 Demo App walkthrough, and that's going to show you just a simple application that I put together, and all of the things that I use to develop that application are things that you're going to learn how to do in this class and things that you should be able to do by the end of this class. You're going to learn how to install and make sure your XAMPP server is running, and then we're going to dig right in with an introduction to scripting in PHP. Okay, so let me go back to the modules here. Click on that. So that's the outcomes for week 1. Sounds like a lot, and it may be a lot, but we need to dig right in. So the next thing I'm going to have you do in the reading section here, under reading, videos, tutorials, slides, and other resources, is to explore the php.net site. Okay, and in particular, I gave you links to various things that you need to study and learn. Now, I'll tell you that in the video section, there are videos covering a lot of these things here, so don't feel overwhelmed. Okay, so let me go back to 1.2.2. which happens to be here, where are you? Right here. Selecting an editor, and that's a page that I give you links to all the various editors for you to explore. I give you a diagram and a short description here of how PHP works, okay? How PHP works. You really want to understand how things in PHP work. It's a little bit different than the static HTML files that you've worked with in the past, okay? The next thing is going to be a slew of videos, and I think at this point I have 13 videos that you'll want to watch. How to install XAMPP on Windows, starting XAMPP on Windows, the demo app walkthrough that I spoke about earlier, a few things, a few tips for you people using XAMPP on Windows, some things you may want to do. Embedding PHP code on a web page, outputting dynamic text with the echo function, adding comments to your PHP, variables in PHP, constants in PHP, more on strings in PHP. Then I have 2 small code samples you can download and look through to explore PHP a bit more. There is a quiz. Actually, there's a quiz each week, as you'll find out in the syllabus. It's due on Sunday night by midnight, and the first one is a bunch of true-false multiple choice questions. There is an assignment. It's not due until, I believe, Wednesday, June 19th. I think that's when the 19th is, if it's a different date. January, not June. January 19th. And then each week, I'm going to have you provide me a private message here under status updates. I want you to check in, since this is an online class, and provide me with, some textual information about how you're doing, where you're struggling, where you need more videos, less videos, more this, more that, whatever it may be. Okay? So by the end of week 1, you should have XAMPP running, or if you're going to want to use a different LAMP stack, as we call it, right? LAMP stack, Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. And again, I selected XAMPP. I've used that in classes before. It runs on both PCs and Macs. It's easy to configure. So you need to have that configured. You need to watch all the material and read all the material and start learning how PHP works and how variables work, how strings work. Learn about the echo function, in addition to the other things I want you to learn, okay, in the, where you call it, exploring the PHP website. Okay, that's week 1. Yeah, again, don't wait until the last day to dig in here. There's a lot of things, and once you watch the demo app walkthrough, you're going to see there's a lot to learn. So if you have any questions, hit me up on Slack. Have a great day.